Hello, my planner friends. Welcome to this putting away video of all of my stuff for December. Today is December the 30th, and my January planner officially began today. So I am going to be putting away all of my stuff from last month's kit and showing you how I get it all organized and out of the way so that now I can really focus on January. I have obviously started my January planner, but I have been out of town and I'll really be getting to it tomorrow. So there's something just that's delightful about really working on your planner on New Year's Eve because the New Year's getting ready to start. So I'm very excited to get all of this stuff put away. So here we go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this stuff out of the way so that I can start getting this stuff cleared up. So I'm going to take my two planners. I have a Hobonichi Weeks, which, oh my gosh, I just loved that vellum. And I just loved this snowflake from Calibri Charms. The vellum is from Cocoa Daisy, the insert kit. I have already put the pin in for January in my Hobonichi Weeks, but that's about all I've done as far as putting things away. All right, and I'm going to take my A5 binder out. It's all chunky and fat and got all the December stuff. I pulled all of the, well, I say that. I've pulled most of the charms and bows and whatnot out of the planner already. And as you can see, it's all laying on my table here. So, now I'm going to show you, this is a box. Let's see if I can get it far enough away so that you can see it. It's a box from, let me hold it and flip it up. It's called Big So Box of Sweden. And it is from the Container Store. It's just kind of a box that you would put letter size paper in. And so what I do every month is I take, there's a random one on top, but I take the Cocoa Daisy packaging and I put it in here. And on the top I have little tiny ones. And then on the bottom down here I have the bigger ones. So I've sorted it by size. So I will be pulling packaging from this box as we go along to put everything back into it so that I can keep it all sorted out. Okay, so I've gone and I've selected a few random sizes of the bags, and I'm going to put these off to the side. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to get rid of some of the things that I can get rid of to clean the table off some. So one of the first things I'm going to get rid of is all of my pretties, my tassels, my bows, my dangly bits, just everything, all these little pieces and parts that are so cute. But I'm going to get those out of the way so that I'll have room on the table. So I have a box. I'm hoping that you can see this. I have a box from Michaels, and it's a scrapbooking box. Like, you can put scrapbooking paper in it. And then inside the box, I have put, so these are a couple of meal prep things that have little dividers so that I can take my lunch. And I got a set of 20 of them on Amazon. And so I just sacrificed a couple of them for planner bling. So all I'm going to do with that is just take these, and bows go with the bows, tassels go with tassels, and also magnets. Magnets go with tassels because they attach to the clips. And that looks like it goes in there. I'll put that there. It's not really, like, I don't really have a serious system here. It's just I kind of put them wherever. And as you can see, it's starting to fill up. So I'm going to put that one right there just because. Okay, now all these other little bits and pieces, I'm just going to put in this tray, which I think that later in life, I'm just going to have to dump it all out and go through it as I'm looking for things. But these were very cute, and I loved them. So I'm going to keep them, and I want to keep them all nice and organized. So that is what I do with my bling. Oh, and I have these. And as you can see, it's been very humid here. We actually had the windows open today, so they're kind of sticking together. You know, I'm getting so much of this stuff that I am going to let those go. Okay, next thing we're going to put away is stamps and swag. Okay, same thing for swag. I have one of these boxes from Michael's, and I'm just gonna put my swag in there, close it up, put it back on the shelf. Stamps. I have this box that has stamp stuff in it. I have a feeling I'm going to need a new stamp box. It doesn't appear, because I have this in here. See, I have stamps down here, so I'll just put these in here with it. Put that back on top. And I think, whoops, my bags went flying. And I think I'm going to have to get a different kind of box for that because it is getting very full. I'm not sure if you could see that or if that was off camera. So this is my stamp box, and there are my stamps in it. So that's what I've got so far for stamps. And this is a box that I got at Michael's. A lot of times they go on sale. This one is old. You can see it's been sitting somewhere, so it's like whiter on one end than the other. They go on sale. I think you can buy them like 10 for $10 or something at times. Okay, so that made a little bit of room. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to take all of the stuff out of it that I didn't use, that I feel ever so slightly guilty about that I didn't use it. Okay, there's that. That will go, and as I'm doing this, I don't usually put away the boxes. I put it away right now just because I'm filming. So that is going, that's the clip that went in the magnet, and I already took it off the magnet because I was using the one for January. So that will go with bling. Okay, we'll put that there. Actually, that's going to go with die cuts. Okay, so now like pieces of paper like this is really, really hard for me. But I'm just going to throw that away because I have other paper, and that you got to draw the line somewhere. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Same thing with this one. If this piece had said the most wonderful time of the year on it, on this little piece that was left over, I would have kept it because you could have used it. But it says the most and time, and that's it. So that's getting thrown away too. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the acrylic box so that I can have this sitting down flat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, is I'm going to kind of separate like these. I always feel so bad when I get to this point and I haven't used stuff. It's kind of embarrassing like that. And I may combine categories as I go along because I really don't use, 14 of these bags. I only use a few each month. So I just go back and I put the stuff back in them. And so for this one, I'll probably put packaging in there as well. And like chipboard stickers are going to go in there. I try to put, here's a little trick with this bag. If you flip the top part of it over right there, then it won't be sticking to you like it was just doing with me. And you can have a little bit more. Like, I'm going to put the chipboard stickers behind this because these two are kind of things that I would use. Okay, so now I have papers. See, these weren't even punched. Okay, so these are papers, which are a little bit different. Okay, so now this one, see, this is just a piece of paper where I was using it to stamp on and test colors and stuff. Trash. This little piece, oh gosh, I love that plaid. I love that plaid so much, I'm going to keep that piece. Oh, and I crumpled one of those. That's so sad. I don't know how he got out of his little glassine bag here, which is where all of his friends are, but he did. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I've got packaging. I don't know if that packaging, it won't fit in there. Okay, so, oh, here's another thing. Okay, so I printed this piece of vellum accidentally twice. So this was my bookmark that I used, my Today bookmark. And this one is laminated. This one is just printed straight on a piece of transparency paper. And my printer was accidentally set on 2. And I thought there was a possibility that I might take that and use the pattern. But I didn't. And at this point, I'm just throwing that away. Throwing it away. Okay. So we have papers here. And Dory book. Okay, this and this is not going. That's going to be kind of separate with that. Okay, paper. So then I just go get all of my paper. I'll keep that one. It's a little bit bigger. Here's more packaging. Okay, so at this point, I have packaging, 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 packaging. And then this is the exact same image. So this is a different image. But quite frankly, I just know me. I'm not going to use that. And I don't need this guy that many times. So it's going to the trash. I'll keep that. And I will put that in this bag with this stuff. Okay. Then I'm going to put that back to the side. Usually I just spread out. It's kind of difficult to do this. Okay, so I just had a piece of paper in the back of my tray, so that's just going off to the side. Okay, so now I'm taking my paper. So obviously this one has to be folded. And these are just printed papers. And look, that vellum's in there too. I don't know if that vellum will fit in there. I think it will. I'm going to put the vellum in here because I want to put the things that that I hate most that I didn't use and that I might use next year for something. I want to put those in the front so that when I pull this out, I'm like, oh yeah, I had those little swirly things. Because I can tell you, I will use those little swirly things for years. I'll be using them. Okay. Go back to papers. Okay, so this piece of paper is just a piece of paper out of my stash. And I will probably keep it, but I'm not going to put it up with my December stuff. So I'm putting it off to the side. Okay, these instructions will go somewhere else. So I'm going to put them on the bottom. There's more of that polka dotted vellum. That's my stash. Okay. And do y'all live in fear that you're going to run out of this paper? Why do I live in fear that I'm going to run out of paper? I don't know. I do. There's like a certain pattern or something, and I'm like, oh, I might run out of it. And then the end of the month comes, and I'm like, no, I have plenty of paper left over in just about every pattern. But I always worry. Okay, so here I did the same thing. Fold this over. Now, I will unfold it in a minute when I get ready to seal it up. Okay. I'm thinking that they must come in this kind of bag. Okay, so we're going to put paper in here like this. And I'm going to take a quick break and grab my last month's kit and show you where I'm going. Okay, here is my November of 19 kit. And this is where I'm going. And I did have a bag that was big enough. So we're going to take a break. I'm going to find a bag and I'll be right back. Okay, after much searching, I have determined that I do not have a bag like I had last month. So I'm going to put them in here. I'm not thrilled about that because I like them to be kind of tight in the bag, but we'll put them in here. And then I'm going to put these in one of these bags. So they have papers separate. So last month, I think I kind of did a quickie, and I don't think I was as neat about it. So I've got kind of extras, I've got empty pages, and then my dory booklet. And I'll probably, this is a standard dory that I cut apart, and I use pieces and parts of it for paper. So I'm going to put that in there with paper. Okay, and then I have smaller bags. Let's go over here. So I have, oh, that one's long. So what I might do is I made these tags, but I didn't do anything with them. So that's just an extra piece of paper. So it's just a little bit bigger. It's not going to fit with those, so it's going to go in here. Okay, so let's put that off to the side, and that's just an extra piece of paper, so it's probably not going to fit either. Okay. Now, I don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to do with this. So, any of the pocket cards that I didn't use, I try to put them in their own little bag. So, I love that. My favorite winter activity is going inside and putting pajamas on. Okay. This Cocoa Daisy stuff is so cute. So then I have washi. So what I do with my washi is I have, wow, sorry, I just kicked the camera. I have drawers of washi, and I've already put that one in there. And so if it's just blues, like so that, you know, like if there's a summer kit that color might go with, that's what this is. This is just, it'll go with anything pretty much. Now, if it's like, I'm going to, that one's iffy, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there because it could be something other than snow. Okay, but now this one, that was the blues. This one goes in the patterns. So I just put any of my washi that's patterns of some sort, like pictures or whatever. Multicolored, any of those. So so the washi is put away. Okay. So we're doing pretty good on, you know, the stuff that's easy because I haven't even gotten to my binder yet. Okay, so I keep my die cuts sorted. These are words, so I'm just going to keep them sorted when I store them, because if next year I'm looking for some Christmas words, I don't want to have to look through all of them. So I just stick this all in here. And I have to say, I had planned in December to do a December daily, and I did not do it. So I didn't use the numbers. I thought, oh, I've got this Christmas kit. I'm so excited. I'm going to use all of it. But I was just so busy during December. Now, see, that one I ran through my sticker maker, so it's still, you know, it's a sticker, but it's still a little die cut, so it's going to go in there. And these are like blank labels. Oh, and here's a couple more of those ring reinforcers that I punched out and made stickers out of. So during the month, if I punch something that I think the holes might be cute, like I thought that might be, these little glittery, they're all turned over, but these little white glittery things, I thought those might be cute. I didn't do anything with them. They're going in the trash now, but I'll just leave them in this tray until I throw them away. Okay, and so then I can fold that over. It's just that. Okay, so I close these up. So yeah, I really wish that I had done the December daily, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it because, like I said, it was a very busy month work-wise. And of course, you know, it's a busy month for everybody, you know, with Christmas and Christmas shopping and decorating your house and going to parties and all the other things that you do. So I didn't use any of those numbers. And I'm not using these containers this month. I'm using different containers to keep my stuff in, so they're already in it. And so I will just put these die cuts in here, and then I'll put the containers away. I have a little cloth bucket in my storage area that I keep it all in. Okay, so there's that. So those are all put up. Now I will definitely use these snowflakes again next year, so I'm going to put them in the front where I can see. Well, you know what? I think I'll put them in the back. I can still see them in the back. Okay. So I now have all my stuff in separate bags. And then these instructions, I keep them all together, the instructions every month from Christine. Okay, so now I am going to grab my, let's start here. I've never done this before, so this is new. So I'm going to take that off. I'll put that with my bling, since I didn't do it earlier. And let's see if I can get this out. Because if I can save this piece of vellum, see, if I put that in this, okay, so this is just a piece of glitter paper from my stash. So this vellum, I am going to put, wow, it was like I just made an avalanche. And what I'm going to do right now is put it between, no, I'm not going to put it between papers because I want it to show on the front to remind me that it's in there so that I can use it again next year. But it'll flatten out because I'll put other things on top of it. Okay. So now my Hobonichi is naked. Put my little stencils back in here, and I will deal with it tomorrow when I set it, fix the outside of it. Okay, so I now have just stacks of stuff. Oh, and what are these? Okay, and these are the January Daisy Week sticker kit. So I feel like that was Act 1. Now, the intermission is over, and we will start with Act 2. So, I have my bling, and I'm going to take it off the paper clip. I don't usually save them on the paper clip. I take them off, and then I save the bling and the paper clip. And there's more. Oh, and there's a glue dot in there. More bling. And there's a glue dot. Oh. I think I might have messed that up a little bit. Okay, so I've been using glue dots to kind of stick things down, and I think that one just tore off a little bit of my planner, but that's okay because it'll always get covered over there. And I'm just gonna throw that away because it's got a glue dot on it, but this is still fine, and the bling is still fine. Okay, So, and then I'm going to bring this one back from my Hobonichi because that needs to go with bling. So I'm just going to go grab my, sorry, I have glue dots stuck to all my fingers. Okay, so when I can, I take the glue dots off and try to save the tag, which it usually works okay. It worked okay there. Okay, and so this, I undo. There's still some sticky on it. There we go. Okay, and then these are stuck together with a glue dot. I won't undo much more after this. Like once we get into this part here, I take the ribbon off because it just doesn't store well like that. And like, that's a glue dot. Okay, I will save the tag. I'm gonna let Hustle and Bustle go. Okay, so that's gonna be trash. Okay, so these are, I make sure that they have no sticky on them if I save them. Okay, so this is one of my little tricks. I always hide a couple of the refills right here in my pockets, and I hide them behind other things so that then I always have my refills handy. So I'll just put those off to the side. I'm hoping, oh yeah, okay, so public service announcement, do not put glue dots on, let's see, this one is a Webster's Pages, because at the end of a month, when you go to pull it off, it pulls off part of the thing. But my reality is that I will always cover it up anyway. So after, because this one is white, this planner, if I don't tear this up, if I tear this up, I might let it go. But because it's white, it's got marks on it. I don't know if you can see that. But after I finish doing this, I'm going to clean it and before I just put it on the shelf. And I'm feeling really bad about the whole glue dot thing. So y'all are seeing this happen in real time. So if I ever use this again, I'm going to have to cover up all these little spots here where I have ruined my planner. So don't put glue dots on. Or if you do, use a different brand. Yeah, I just pulled it out. Okay. And these pieces are trash. I do save those. That's trash. That's all stuck together, and I'm just not going to work that hard to get it undone. Okay. Now, this Nordic Woods one, I will take out and save it. Okay, so this I will take out, and I will save this because I can take the ribbon off of this and use this for any month that I want to, just to slip that in there. And I cut that on my silhouette, just a piece of glitter paper that I have. So I'll show you where I put that too, but I'll put it on the bottom for right now. Okay, and then I keep that little T-square in my planner so that I can plan whenever I want to. So there we go. Okay, so now we get into, let's go take things out of here. Okay, so I have this one pocket right here that I put stuff in. So I'll put that off to the side. And all of this is just part of the planner. I take these out. I take my bookmarks out. Oh, look, there's more bling. I take my bookmarks out from each week. And just in case. And when I first started making them, they said this week and today. And so those were very functional to use from, time to time if they matched a color. Now they say week 49, 50, 51, 52, because I decided that I wanted a bookmark for every week and for today. So if there's a month where I don't get them made, I may be able to use this, and quite frankly, I could put a sticker over this if I wanted to for whatever week it was, if it was a different week, if these work in colorways. So that's going to go in a different spot than all of this. Okay. This, I'm just going to leave. It's so pretty, but it's so beat up at the end of the month. So I'm not going to, I'll just leave it with the planner. Okay, so here we have, next year I'm going to organize a system for saving my sermon notes and other type things. But for now, okay, these are just extra pages that I printed. And so they're just blank sheets of paper. So I just take those and I put them with my planner stuff. I use them to try stamps out on, try pins out on, whatever. So those were the planner printables. Okay, these are my future months, so I obviously want to save those. This past year, I took, so when it was December, I left the December one with December, and then I took the rest of them out. You know what? But then at the end, I went back and got them all back. So I'm going to keep them all together. I made new ones for 2020, so these are going to be stored somewhere over here. Okay, and then there's this pocket. That pocket was cute. And then these are all my leftover stickers for the month. Okay, these, my silhouette was acting up. That's what my silhouette did when I needed a new blade. It cut all the way through. So I'm just going to throw those away because I'm never going to use those. I probably will never use any of these. And like, I'm storing these so that then I can go back through and find them later and throw them away probably, or give them away to my granddaughter or something, some of this stuff. So, see, now this is doing okay. But yeah, I think yeah, so that did okay. All right, my pen. This is my pen cup. I just put my pen in back in the case. I put it in the pencil holder. At some point that's going to get full, but for now it's working. Oh, okay, that's got glue dots just stuck to the back of it, so that's going in the trash. But this is fine. So this is going to go with these cards. Okay. So these are all pocket cards. Okay. And then I'm going to put that off to the side for a minute so that I can put this in here with the rest of the tags. And now I think I'm at the point where I'm really folding everything up. And so I get this packaging every month from Cocoa Daisy, and so I feel better about life when I use it again to put it all back up in an organized way. Okay, so now I start taking this off and putting it in the bag. Before I put it in there, I'm going to grab my pen. I'm going to turn it this way and I'm going to write December 2019. I'm going to take this one. Oh, shoot. There are, okay. So I had a few die cuts loose in there. Okay, so now I've got my stickers in a container. And I'll put these down in here too. And then I'm going to grab my bag of die cuts, put those die cuts back in. There we go. Die cuts in the bag. This takes so much longer trying to film it underneath the camera as opposed to when I can spread out. I keep these enamel dots, I keep them with some other stuff that it's just kind of basic. I keep alphabet stickers, I keep enamel dots. If there's any kind of bling, like little diamond kind of bling thing, I keep those all in my little tray, my little rolling cart tray that sits next to me when I'm planning, so that if these colors work, then I can pull these, because I love these enamel dots and I always want to use them whenever they're going to match. So I'm going to put those with that. So that's going to go off to the side. Okay, I'm going to take these and put them in my, I'll go get my box for bling and we'll put those back in there. Same tray where I put the enamel dots, I have a place for paper clips and I keep them sorted by these shaped like this, those shaped like that, silver and gold, and then the big ones. Okay, I'm gonna move all this out of the way for just a second so that you can see inside my little fabric box. I have a bunch of fabric boxes. That, oops, just come in, and it's hard to see because they're just those fabric cube boxes that go in the cube storage thing. And so this is the one in which I store my Cocoa Daisy stuff. And so let's see if I can show you. So I start with, this is bookmarks. So I told you earlier I had a place to put bookmarks. So I'll reach over here and grab my bookmarks and put them in the little bag. This is why I don't have any more of the big bags. I can make sure that next month I save the big bags. I usually do. Okay, and so then I have a couple more random bookmarks. This is where I save. Oops, sorry, I knocked the camera. It's hard when I'm trying to film inside a box. Oh, that one is coming apart. But I don't have another big one, so I'm just going to stick it in there. I think this glitter paper is the reason that my blade on my silhouette was so messed up, because I think all those little pieces of glitter in this hard glitter cardstock are getting out and getting into the blade and messing it up. So if you look here, this is October of 19, and here is September, and that slipped down in there. That was from a grab bag, so it is from February of 2018, I think. I'm not sure. I wasn't a subscriber at that point, but I'm going to take that out right now because I may use it for February once we get into February. So here's November. Put the most recent month in the front. And then, oh, my die cuts are falling out of my bag. Sorry. And then I put December in here. So also in this bag I have random assorted inserts. Those are from a Webster's Pages planner, I think, or Carpe Diem maybe. Every Carpe Diem or Webster's, it seems like half of them come with inserts, and I don't need them, but I have them. And then here is where the instructions go. Stick the instructions down there. And the notepads go down there too. I'm not much of a notepad person, so these did not get used. So they go down here. Okay. So then I have these. So I'm just going to put these down in here. I have had other ones. I just either used them for something else or I don't know. So these are going to go in here. If you want any of these, send me a message. I will send them to you. I just got a full set of Filofax inserts with my latest Filofax planner. Don't want those either. I will wrap those up in a package and stick them in this box for now until I figure out what to do with them. So, yeah, if you need some inserts and you want me to send them to you, just let me know, because I'd love to get rid of them. I love getting rid of stuff. Okay, one other thing I didn't think about. So that stuff has gone away. My kit stuff that I haven't used that's still good to totally reuse is going away. Okay, so I keep finding more stuff. I keep thinking of more stuff. So I've got this bag still to do, but for right now I'm going to set that to the side because I'm going to do the binder. So I undo my binder. This page right here, I don't know if you can see that on film, but it's gotten grungy and nasty, and I'm just going to throw that away. I have acetate, so I tend to throw that piece of paper away right there. And then I have book rings. I bought these at the Dollar Tree, I think. So I usually use 2 of them. And I don't try to put the whole book together at one time. I just take it in little bits and pieces because inevitably there will be a little card or something that's, you know, I have a pocket that I think would be useful for another month. It's just a pattern paper. I will save that. But so like that right there needs a clip to be right there so that it will be 2. So I'm going to change where I put that. So I just keep on doing this. Like that piece of paper, this piece of vellum, I might use again. But I mean, I'll remember next year what was in my planner. And I'll just do this. So I am going to continue doing this, but I'm going to speed it up so that you don't have to watch me fumble with this the way that I'm doing right now. And yeah, I'm going to have to move this one too to a more centered one. Okay, whew, that was a lot. So now I have this, and it's all together for December. I think that next year, oh, that one right there, that little card needs to come out because that needs to go in my next month's planner. Oh, I'm glad I saw that. So, I just save all of this for now. I can't bear to throw it away. And so just like the other one where you saw where I had the kits that I hadn't used, I just take this and I have another one of those fabric cube storage things that I keep my each month's binder in, but I'm not going to pick it up and bring it over here. So you don't get to look inside that one, but it's not very exciting. It's just a bunch of these sitting in there. So that takes care of that. So now this, my binder is done. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to mourn over how I ruined it this month. So I used this weekend. I have already transferred my stuff over to my new pouch. So here is the pouch for January, and I have already transferred, I don't know, I always keep a Band-Aid and a shout wipe, and I went away this weekend, so there's probably more in here right now than I normally would do. My name tag with some paper clips stuck to it because it's magnetic. And yeah, so all my stuff that I use, that I really use, is in here. what I put in here this weekend when I went out of town was all of my stamp stuff for January and washi possibilities for January. So I'm just going to take all this stuff out. All this stuff is January stuff, and it really belongs at my house. And the only reason it was in this bag is because I went out of town. So I'm going to take, a tassel came on this, but I'm going to take these little pom-poms off, and I'm going to take this. The pom-poms will go in with the bling, and then let me show you. I have one more box. I haven't even bothered to take the sticker off the top of this box. So the box is by Recollections, and you can buy it at Michael's, and I think they go on sale pretty often. So then I just keep all my pouches in here, and if you'll notice, there are not that many in here because I will tell you why. I use these little Cocoa Daisy pouches for everything. I think I have 2 or 3 of them in my purse. I use them everywhere. So the ones that I'm not currently using, I put in this box, and then if I need another pouch for something, I go grab this box. So I need to put away my January stuff, and then I need to put away all the stuff, the trash that I put off to the side, and my book that I need to go put in my tub. But otherwise, my December stuff is all put away and out of the way, and so now I can really concentrate on January. So I hope you enjoyed this. It took me about twice as long, I think, to do, since I was trying to talk about every step that I took. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again. Have a great day.